Hello and welcome back to the Hayden Show, where we're continuing our Prehistoric Park watch through review
Adventure.
That
/ ranking.
Yes,
Because you are ranking these episodes as you go along.
that's correct. Now this is
Episode 4. We've just passed the middle point now.
Yeah,
We're very close to the end. This one's called Saving The Sabre Tooth. I wonder what that could be about.
terror birds.
Yes, terror birds.
Because it actually is.
Yes, because
the first creature to grab is the terror bird.
Yeah, I mean, compared to the others, obviously all the other ones, his main focus is usually just one dinosaur. Oh, I just want to get this one. Gets the others as like, oh, I'm just lucky, I got this as well. I'm right here, I might as well grab it. Whereas this one, it's like, okay, I'm going back for Sabre Tooth because I want the Sabre Tooth, because he starts off talking about cheetahs, on about the comparisons between them. Then he's like, oh, I've got this massive picture here. Somehow I'm also the same size as this 10-foot terror bird.
Yeah.
I also want this terror bird. And that's it. He doesn't want anything else. If only really finds one other actual prehistoric species, and that's obviously the cow-looking thing.
Yeah, which he would like grab and breed, so that he could be like, oh, there's all this prey
for the
saber tooth
and the terror bird.
Yeah,
but no. I mean, there's only literally 3 species in this thing, because I mean, there's a deer, which is a more modern thing anyway, an armadillo. So that's it. This is 3 species more than anything in this.
Yeah, there's saber tooth, terror bird,
and he only gets 2 of the 3.
Weird toxie, whatever it's called.
He gets 2 of the 3 and almost runs over the 3rd one as soon as he spawns into it. Oh shit! It's like getting shot in a Call of Duty game. Something's spawning right in front of the fucking next person. They shoot you again. You're like, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Spawn camping.
Yeah, I like how obviously they go for the terror bird first, because that's where they can see the saber tooth in the prime.
Yeah.
Where they're out competing.
Terror birds, which are out on their last legs.
Yeah, they're like on the last leg. They're ready to go extinct.
Which is shown straight away when you see the obviously saber tooth take down its prey.
Yeah. And
then you're watching terror birds coming after the saber tooth have mauled it to death, try and get scraps, and instantly getting chased back off and being like, okay, calm down.
And then you get to see on the other side, saber tooth
on the last legs.
Yeah, because at the time where the terror bird is, their specialization in being strong and being able to take out
big
massive prey, it works there. But when there's no prey,
the only thing that's there is basically things that are way too quick for them.
Yeah, and it shows that their specialization, like a cheetah's, because they're so specialized to be so fast, they're not strong enough to take on big prey and protect themselves. Opposite, they're too strong and bulky. They can't. They've only got short bursts of speed, whereas something like a antelope or some kind of some fast prey, they're too fast to chase down. So their specialization is what killed them. I think they grab of both of those, so they can both be more thriving, surviving in Prehistoric Park. And I think the best way to explain this episode is definitely Bittersweet, I'd say, because especially when we get to the saber tooth part,
it's very sad.
Because they at first they show an actual dead cub, and then they show again
one that's just died, literally.
Yeah, literally, we just see it die, and the mom
trying to get it back up.
Yeah, and I cried. But I think there's the bittersweet part is that they at least get to grab a male and female, so at some point they can have their own.
Woo!
Right.
Yeah, their own actual one.
Cub.
Yeah.
Then back at the park, Bob's a mom.
Woo! Yeah, that's me cheering for Bob being a mom.
Ooh, Bob.
Yeah, because obviously you got all this when they're in South America dealing with that. Obviously you got a new character with them, that new woman who's basically. Sorry, I thought I sneezed again. You basically say that obviously she's some sort of tracker. She's the one who's darting the animals to put them down. But she only really comes into it when they go too far back, when they go to the part where obviously Sabre-tooth on the last at the same time that he gets her because he needs her to be a tracker, needs her to help track down the prey. Whereas obviously, as you say, in the back at the park, you're dealing with the Ornithomimus's eggs from last time. And obviously she doesn't want 2 of the eggs. So obviously Suzanne takes them and gives them to Bob. Bob has to incubate them, and then right at the end, the hats just start following him around. He's like, they think I'm their mum, and he's there walking around. He's there feeding them. He's like, it's not easy being a mum. And yet he instantly, as I said to you, the last show is like, oh, there's the issue, the T-Rexes and whatnot still, and you see him just wandering into the pen. And it's just like Bob's not even like paying attention to his baby's walking off.
They go in and like, oh shit!
Yeah, because they hear the roar and run off. Obviously, you also deal with the T-Rex. Obviously, then building a new pen.
Yeah.
The Titanosaurs that are escaped now and just walking around the park, and Bob's too interested in his babies to actually hunt down these dinosaurs that are basically eating the houses on the place. But obviously, the main focus on the outside in the park basically is just the ornithomimosuses. That's the main focus.
Because they're hatching.
Yeah, and you don't need to be like notified about the others, because obviously last time it was focused heavily on the mammoth that's come back, so you don't really need to say anything more about that. Yeah, you could maybe be notified what she's up to now, but fair enough. Triceratops, again, it's gone quiet with that one, but it's mainly just an ornithomimosus, which was pointed out.
Yeah, the
eggs last time, and obviously T-Rexes that had to be separated last time. Those are two that you need to know what's happened with, and that's what you get. You get to see what's actually happened with them, and obviously, as I said, the main focus then is just mainly on getting these new species, going to South Africa, getting your terror bird, getting your saber-toothed cats, and basically that's just it. There's nothing more to really say about that. That's all it mainly is. It's just getting the next species and just being caught up with the major events of last time. But it's fine. It's another sturdy and solid episode. As you say, compared to the other ones, a bit more sad. Yeah, we've seen die before. First episode we saw T-Rexes die. Yeah. But that was just during a battle. Second one we saw, with the mammoths died, but that was like an after thing where it was like they got hunted by obviously the early man. Third one we saw obviously the dinosaurs died because of the natural gases. But obviously this is a bit different because this is them dying of starvation.
Yeah, and
it's a cub. It's not like it's a fully grown one like the others. It's babies.
I think it's the mum's reaction as well.
Yeah. Because the first one, you don't get to see the mum's reaction because she just finds it in the bush.
Yeah.
But the second one, you do, because obviously they're like, okay, we're going to get these two, take them back and get them, obviously Suzanne to look at them, help them out. And obviously as they go back, the male turns up. So they got to take the male first because the male's in her territory and it will kill the baby just so it can make her basically want to fuck.
Yeah.
Animals. Horny and weird. But obviously in the process of taking that time to deal with that male, they go back and obviously find the cub dead, and the mom obviously trying to nudge it awake and just failing because it's gone. Obviously they have to take the mom down, and take the male and female back. But obviously the next episode, which obviously as you see the next time for the next one, obviously, which is them going back to get the insects. Obviously that the main focus outside of that is mainly going to be the obviously saber-tooths trying to be put together to mate. Yeah. And obviously the T-Rexes put apart, like, showing what's going to happen, what's like how they're reacting to this, because it's not good. Terrence is fine. Terrence is like, I'm safe now. I'm not going to get eaten by my sister. But Matilda's like, this gate's not here. I'm going to batter the shit out of you. Like that situation, because obviously she's bigger than him. And she wants to kill him, and he's just like, okay, sis, calm down. But yeah, it's a very sad episode, but it's still a very good episode because
it shows life and death.
Yeah,
they got
definitely.
The life of the hatching of the alpha.
Yeah, and the death of the saber-tooth, and also cock and balls.
Yeah,
it's PG, and yet on the camera you see a male saber-tooth piss.
Yeah, on
a camera,
and even brings focus. You can see the family jewels there.
Yeah,
it's like. Okay, and then there's the same slaughter when the
toxodons. Yeah, and it's like full-on shots of them ripping flesh off.
Blood all over.
Don't know how this got a PG rating. All the other episodes, I can understand. Yeah, okay, it's fair enough, PG. But this is very much pushing the PG limit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But I do think this one improves its CGI a bit more. Yeah, there is still dicey scenes, but I think this is probably the best we've seen of the CGI
like the
so
first
far.
Actual time you see the saber-tooth kill on the toxodons, it's a bit dicey. But when you first see the toxodon, like their face specifically, and the face of the saber-tooth, it's pretty good actually.
The best way to sum this up is the faces look good, but when you see the arses, it looks a bit dicey. That's the best way to describe this. But again, practicals are really good. You don't get as many practicals this time. The only practicals you get is obviously the ornithomimosus, But this time you actually get a T-Rex practical.
Yeah,
you see the face of the T-Rex, which is pretty cool. So I'm thumbs up there.
That's the cubs as well. One of the cubs that she finds.
Yeah,
that's obviously
yeah, because we have to pick it up. But obviously, other than that, it's obviously all CGI, which again hit or miss. But it's probably more hit this time than miss. So that's good.
And the armadillo CGI was really great as well.
You mean the actual realistic armadillo they actually got? And was like, oh, look at this armadillo. That was his actual reaction to Nigel picking him up.
Yeah, cute, I think.
But yeah, I think it's definitely a solid episode around. Something different again.
Definitely.
Different emotions, which is good. I say when you be drawn in, you want something to show something a bit different, and it does.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything else you want to say about it, or are you gonna rate it?
I think that's. I'm gonna rate it now. Yeah.
Okay, go and rate it.
I'd say.
Remember, dodgy rating.
Yeah, dodgy rating. I'd say because like the fact that it's very different to the other ones, and it's like it makes it more realistic. I'd say so. I'd definitely put it quite high. I'd say around like probably like 97 maybe. It's quite a good because I have like the fact that you would see something very like upsetting in real live documentary kind of like videos, animal documentary videos. You will see animals feeding and hunting. Even though CGI was best at some points, there was probably some really good parts of it as well. So I definitely put it a lot more higher.
Okay, that's simple. That slots into second. It knocks down the dino birds and the mammoth down to obviously third and fourth.
Yeah,
that's pretty simple. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to think. I always ask like some sort of like, what's your favourite something at the end. I'm trying to think of. I can't.
What's your favourite big cat?
That works. Yeah. Yeah, they showed big cats. Yeah. What's your favourite big cat? You know what, Mum? Maybe a lion. I like the lion's manes.
I'd say panther. I like panthers.
Yeah, I'd say like just a mane. I like the lion mane. It looks like a massive afro. Looks like he's about to go out in town and do some dancing. Yeah, I'd say a lion. A panther. Okay. So yeah, obviously next time we'll take a look at episode 5, which is going to be about bugs. It's a very simple question on my mind already for that one. It's very, very simple. So we get to see like giant ass bugs, which is going to be interesting because it's the first thing that's going to be different. So far, it's been all like actual like animals.
Yeah, mammals and reptiles.
Yes, this is going to be the first like insects. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll take a look at that next time. So we hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yeah. Bye.
If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.